Good to see you, friends. My name is Robbie Howell, and today I'd like to review alongside you my performance in a film I appeared in last year. It's called Imagine Me and You, directed by Vanna Ting, also known as Yiv on her YouTube channel. Imagine Me and You was one of the first projects that I officially did as an actor. Maybe not one of the first. It was like the fifth or sixth, I would say. So, if you're interested, let's take a look together, shall we?
I felt hope for serenity and love.
So I should note now that I will not be showing nearly the full video in my little review here. I'll be showing clips here and there and mostly focusing on my own experiences as a performer, reviewing my own performance, etc. Definitely, if you have 11 and a half minutes to spare, I'd recommend you go over to Yiv's channel and take a look. Again, I'll be putting links in the description below.
We did that.
We were originally slated to shoot for 2 days. However, Brooke, who you'll meet in a moment, ended up having an important audition on our second day of filming. As such, we made the collective decision to cram 2 days of shooting into one, which is very challenging, but ended up being kind of exhilarating. I felt like since we were so understaffed and short on time, I was able to actually contribute more to the production than I normally could, because normally productions want actors to be acting, not helping with other stuff. So in these sort of extenuating circumstances, I was actually able to wear a lot more hats than I normally could. I ended up pulling about a 21-hour workday, starting at like 7 in the morning and ending at like 3:30 in the morning the next day. So not quite 21 hours, but close enough. It was a hell of an experience. This film does a lot with blue and red light. The DP, Brandon Lee, great guy, talked a lot about that when he and Yiv were starting to set up the film together. Currently on the screen, you're seeing the face of Brooke Hensel. She was one of the many great people I met on this particular film set. This film was very challenging from an actor perspective, especially in regards to establishing security and rapport with your partner, because we have some very intense scenes together later. And Brooke absolutely rose to the occasion.
None of the guys I know would remember what I have for breakfast.
I know everything about you. I know your favorite book. It's Pale Fire.
So if it wasn't abundantly clear already, in this film I am playing Liam, who is an utterly deranged but eerily childlike kidnapper who has imprisoned the object of his desires, Carla, in his basement. The whole film is him effectively trying to kind of Stockholm syndrome her into falling in love with him. And he believes every word that he is saying to the innermost depths of his soul. That's part of, in my opinion, what makes him such a creepy and effective villain.
Out
There's
in
that
the
blue light
moonlight,
I was talking about.
just like we used to do. I'm always walking
Great song.
after midnight, searching for.
Okay, enough.
So this is what I was talking about with establishing security and rapport when you're doing intense scenes. This film has quite a few of them, and this is probably the most tame of the bunch. When I was shooting this project, I had more than a few of those weird kind of surreal moments you get on film sets where you just kind of come to your senses in the midst of doing something utterly bizarre and you say, how did I get here? Like, actually, Brooke and I had a moment just like that. In the film, it's the opening scene when I'm putting roses on her back. And when we were shooting this, I remember I asked her if she was cold, because, you know, she has her shirt up to her bra strap. And she said, no, I'm fine. And she just kind of looks at me and says, this is weird. And I was like, yeah, it is weird. We're in this dingy basement and it's freezing and I'm putting roses on your back. Just one of those kind of weird moments that you get on film sets. And in my opinion, one of the things that makes film acting so particularly fun.
We were both lonely, and we would match and be perfect together.
My life being hard doesn't mean I have to need you. You don't
Just
get it.
imagine me and you.
So this scene right here, in my opinion, kind of sums up the film in 10 seconds. Also, special shout out to our makeup artist, Florence. She is not only a lovely person and a very gifted artist, but she did a great job making us look like shit. Both of us. We both look like sleep-deprived zombies throughout the entire thing. It's perfect. Uh-oh, there's that red light I was talking about. That doesn't bode well.
He did not deserve you. You and I both
Enough!
hated him.
This is what I was talking about with those intense scenes that you need to build trust for. Again, Brooke did a fantastic job.
Do not compare us.
So this scene kind of introduces Act 2, and I think it does a really good job of portraying what makes Liam so creepy. It's a smash cut from that previous intense fight scene, and Carla's there, unconscious and tied up in a different place, and Liam is just there, staring attentively. You know, really genuine. That's what makes him so creepy, is that he's so painfully genuine. It's important to humanize your villains, I guess is what I'm saying, and if anything, it can often make them creepier.
I was thinking that maybe we could start a family together.
So this was a scene that kind of unlocked the character of Liam for me. I was able to take some of my own genuine excitement for becoming a father, which at the point I was shooting this film, my wife and I were just starting to talk about having a child, and I was able to kind of twist it to get into the headspace of Liam, and hopefully, you can decide whether I succeeded or not, but hopefully use that in both this scene and in the rest of his character to kind of justify his actions and to kind of have that playing in the back of my head while I was doing all the other creepy, eerie, screwed up shit throughout the rest of the film. And that was Imagine Me and You. Or at the very least, I've just finished watching it. Once again, please, if you have the time and the interest in seeing how the film looks in its entirety, hop on over to Yiv's channel and give it a look yourself. And above all, I'd love to hear your thoughts based on either these snippets or on the full film if you get a chance to watch it. Do you think I did a decent job at compellingly and convincingly portraying Liam? Once again, socials and links to those who were involved in the film that I mentioned are in the description of the video, and if you enjoy this type of content and would like to see more, please do let me know. I've been in a number of productions at this point and would love to use them in a similar manner to this to give you a bit of insight on what it's like being a newcomer to the performing sphere, as well as hopefully to track my growth and improvement in the space over time. So please do tell me what you think in the comments down below, and as always, thank you so much for your time. My name is Robbie Howell. Ciao for now.